Hi everyone, how's it going? I hope you're having a good day. I'm having a good one because I'm looking forward to Aptera coming out with their vehicle. And today we're actually going to finish up with the podcast. So Steve Fambro is getting asked some very interesting questions. Let's check this out. All right, we welcome everybody for joining Free Power. We're going to talk more about the podcast that Steve Fambro was on, and this is the last of it. So he's getting asked some more interesting questions that we're going to talk about. So let's check the rest of this out, and we will discuss it at the end. All right, let's check it out.
There are different regulations between United States created vehicles and ones that go to Europe or Asia or Latin America. So how are you dealing with the different regulations that you have, or are you just making the one and then sending it to the different parts of the world?
It's an interesting question. It's something that we're working on right now. So we are focused on delivering the North American market first. However, we've already reached out to the Dutch RDW. It's their version of the DOT. We believe homologating the vehicle in Europe through the Netherlands will be our best bet because they have, even though they're all, the countries in the EU share a large regulation set, some countries approach homologation a little bit differently or maybe more favorably depending upon the kind of the vehicle, if it's electric or if it's low carbon emission, that kind of thing. So we believe our best chance in a very specific vehicle category is through the Dutch RDW, and we hope to make some progress on that soon so we could announce Aptera's European homologation plans.
Are you going to create a special one with left-hand drive for the Japanese or the UK market?
Eventually. I mean, we have reservations. Lots of people in Australia want our vehicle, and so it's incumbent upon us to do that.
That'd be interesting to see it down there in Australia where it's very sunny, but the Australian outback can be quite treacherous.
Yeah, I mean, that's where they do a lot of these solar tests of these cars. That's where the whole thing got started. But it'd be great. It'd give me an excuse to go to Australia and Japan. I've never been.
There you go. Are you still taking orders? And if so, where can people sign up and get one of the cars?
Yeah, we have orders coming in every day. In fact, when we first started, we all had an app that one of our engineers wrote that we could download on our phone and then make a bell ring every time we got an order. And at first we thought it was cute, but then after the second or third day, it just ringing constantly. We said, we can't deal with this anymore, that much popularity. Orders are coming in every day still. And they can go to aptera.us to read about the vehicle, to do a pre-order for a vehicle, or even to invest in the vehicle if they want to. If they want to be part of this movement, they can go to aptera.us and invest or reserve a vehicle. Mm-hmm.
And the inside looks pretty much like any other vehicle. I'm sure it has some kind of an iPad-looking, system where you're controlling the climate system and the radio and all those things. And you have a regular steering wheel, or is it, more like a airplane?
It's a yoke, and the reason for that is so we've got a good field of view from the driver to the screens. We have tiny mirrors, but we also have cameras and side view screens that are together, so you're able to build situational awareness while driving, looking at the screens, I think, better than you are with the mirrors, which are required by regulation. I think you'll find the interior very modern, but yet simple in that there's few buttons. Most features are through the screen or just occur automatically. So you're not really turning lights on and off, things like that. Those things happen. And we try and make it as simple as possible for the user by making it very complex behind the scenes.
How does it feel this time around compared to the last time you were starting this company?
First of all, I'm very humbled and thankful. The universe doesn't grant many second chances, so this is our Saluz. We got a great second chance opportunity, but the vehicle itself is just a step function better in every possible way. The team that developed the suspension, both our engineers here and Danisi Engineering in Italy, along with CPC, ETP, they designed a vehicle with a suspension that I don't know how to describe it. It feels phenomenal. I drive a brand new EV myself, or at least one. Drives great, but going over the potholes and bumps and things like that here in San Diego, This Aptera does a far better job. The suspension is just very compliant, but it handles well. It's a dream to drive. We all took turns last week when we were at an OEM test track. I probably took 3 or 4 laps around the oval, 7-mile oval. We've been driving it around. We'll back to the track. I mean, everybody's driving it. Everybody loves it. It feels great. It performs great. Everything works. It's very boring. Nothing is breaking. So it means a few things are probably overbuilt. We want to break stuff and then fix it and improve on it. We don't want to have everything not break. So we still have some work to do.
Well, when you go over a pothole in a regular car, you're hitting it with a set of tires. In yours, you're only hitting it with one.
Unless you dodge it quick enough.
And then you get the back one in there, too. There you go. What was the reaction finally at CES? What was it like to see people come up to the car? And I'm sure they were wide-eyed going, whoa, this is really cool.
I've lived and worked all over the world. I've attended all kinds of events. I've never seen anything like this. It was absolutely nuts. It was mayhem. Anyone affiliated with the company, myself, my colleagues, we had to be switched on the entire day. It was one person after another, with questions, with enthusiasm, with just desire to see and learn more about the vehicle. And it was nonstop. Even when the other booths had shut down at night, there was still a line of people waiting every night just to see or sit in the Aptera. It was very humbling to see that. And it just tells us that we're onto something big. We've got to deliver what we promised, and that's the mission ahead.
Steve, it's a fascinating vehicle. I hope everybody gets a chance to see it. Thank you for your time. Best of luck with this vehicle, and I hope it can get 1,000 miles eventually like you want.
Thank you, Jason. I really appreciate the opportunity.
All right, that sounds like there's some good news for Europe, that Aptera is probably going to come out with their vehicle starting in the Netherlands and probably branch out from there. And of course, we know that they are most likely going to come out with a vehicle with a right-hand steering wheel, so for the Australian, Japan, and England market or UK market. So some good news there, but of course the most important news is that they need to go ahead and just come out with it. We know that once they start mass producing it, then the information about Aptera is going to grow exponentially, and that's what we're all waiting for. But also, it's good that they actually talked about the steering wheel. We know that Aptera has a yoke, and that's because when you're looking at your side mirrors, or should I say cameras, the screen is actually in front of the yoke so you can see it better. And what makes that so unique is that you get a 180-degree view from behind you because of those cameras, the way they are adjusted. So that brings out some really good safety rules, knowing that you can have such an excellent view without having to turn around and look behind you. So that's awesome on Aptera's part. But once again, we know the most important thing is that Aptera needs to go ahead and come out with their vehicle. Once they do, then, it's going to truly take off. Everybody wants a vehicle that can run basically for free. And with the solar panels on Aptera, that's eventually what you're going to have, especially during the summertime. You can get up to 40 miles of range with the Aptera. And that is actually brought out because when they had the CES booth up, they got, as Steve brought out, so much attention that people were staying late at night and getting there early in the morning so that they could sit in the Aptera and get a ride in the Aptera. They basically was driving the PI2 around so you could get a feel for how great the Aptera is. But yes, they are doing some fantastic things. We know that they're validating everything right now, and I'm expecting that to come out very soon. I'm sure that's what the next video is going to be about. But anyway, we're going to end it here. You guys take care. So looking forward to the validation test that they're doing with the Aptera. And we're going to keep you up to date as far as everything that Aptera is doing. So y'all take care. You enjoy the rest of your day. If you're new here, hit the like, ring the bell, subscribe. You catch all my videos when they come out. All right, you guys, you take care. We will see you in the next video. All right, have a good one. Bye-bye.